I often get asked about the piano, and obviously I was a drummer, I was a musician for years. I was a drummer in a pop group in the 60s, and what happened was I got a phone call one day. Some friends of mine said, we're going to the EBOR meeting at York. Would you like to come along? I said, yeah, of course I would, yeah. So there's 48 of us on a bus, and we went to the York races, and we stopped at a pub at Scaling Down. You know, I can't even remember the name of it now. And none of us could play an instrument, and there's this piano in the corner. And I thought, well, I'll have to do something about it. And next day I went to Hamilton's Music Store, which was in the centre of Middlesbrough. It was our local music store. And most of the musicians who are listening to this will laugh at this. I bought a book called Mel Bay Book on Piano. And that's why, you see, I don't play the proper chords. Any musician will tell you, and I certainly don't read. I play by the lug. So if you look at my hands, I've got two very, very small fingers. So people would play a chord like that, but I play a chord like that. So I use the wrong fingers, but it works. And then I think I was about 37 at the time, and people, I was saying to myself, well, you've left this too late. But then this guy came out called Gilbert O'Sullivan, and he was playing what we call vamping chords on the piano, like. And for me, that was like sort of playing the drums on the piano. So I decided, when I bought this Mel Bay book, and I got a few chords off, I started to play the drums on the piano like. Sounds good. And so on and so forth. And then what happens after that is you start looking for things, you start looking for melodies, you hear things in your head and you think, oh, that's nice. You've got away from all that. And then suddenly, to amuse yourself while you're sitting on the piano, you're looking at your keyboard and you start playing things. You think, oh, that sounds nice, but I need something to go with it. And you find things like... They're just lovely, lovely melodies. And I still play the drums on the piano. I still play. But then I started using it in my act. At the moment, I'm working on a song that most of my stuff's comedy any road, so it's like a... What the fuck you doing in a town like this? I'm booking Chubby Brown while you're taking the piss. I know it's a bit like I know it's a bit ragtime, but comedy's like that. Comedy's always been sort of umpa, stick it up, you jump, umpa. And that's how the piano, there's so much you can do. So, I mean, I'm not a Jules Holland. And I wouldn't play the piano in front of a great piano player because I know he'll say, the fuck's he doing there? But at least if it sounds okay to you, fuck all wrong with that, that sounds okay. So I pick tunes on the piano that, to me, they spell out the word comedy. I mean, The Sting, remember The Sting? I love that tune. That's one of my favourite tunes. So I've got a little something that's very similar, but it's not the same. So it's like... typical like two-step rag. I really enjoy that. I enjoy playing that. It's better than all that mushy stuff, because you can play that all day. She loves me, I love her, she loves me, she loves her, I want her, she needs me, I need her, she loves me, I love her. You can play all that shit all day if you want. I was looking out the window one day and I thought to myself, I was watching the kids playing in the park and I started going, and I thought this sort of reflected the mood. And I thought, hang on, there's something, I've got to get, there's something there. If you think about that, doesn't that sound like kids playing in a park? Maybe it's me, maybe the drugs are wearing off. Nice and quiet, please, especially the drummer. Well, as you know, I first started out on the kit in the 60s with a pop group, but those were the days when you played things like, you know, a 12-bar, which was... Later on in life, when I took up comedy, I'm glad I did, because at that particular time, all that funky drumming came in. And when that funky drumming came in, it was like, I don't know, tapping your head and rubbing your belly. It was like a... And I thought that was brilliant, but you have to be dedicated to do that type of thing. And after all, drums has always been my first love. I still have a kit. After 37 years, I still have a kit in the shed, and I still sit there and go... so forth and so on, because it's a way of getting your anger out. You know, if you're ever upset, you can go in the shed and just bang away, you know. But I say I love the drums.